Everyone, this is Eric. I'm here to tell you about Storyboardthat.com. It's a really good website that students can use and customize to create scenes that go with any books that you guys are reading in class or any stories you may tell. It's a really good tool to use with literacy. I use it in my Spanish class because it's a way for my students to create and customize different scenes that they can use to either tell me a story or recreate or reenact a story from one of the novels that we're reading in my Spanish class. You can log in with whatever account you'd like. Your students don't even need an account to create a storyboard. I've logged in with my Google account because my school uses Google. So I click Create a Storyboard, and it's going to take you to a pretty basic scene. I'm using a mouse, so I'm going to click Mouse. And then I've already created different stories, so it's asking if I'd like to continue. And I chose no. Your original storyboard only has 3 cells. They call them cells. Each square is a cell. So each cell is a different scene. As you can see, there's no text below or above, and I'll show you how to edit that later. In my Spanish class, we're reading different novels. One of the novels involves a guy and a girl, and one of the scenes is they're in a restaurant and some craziness happens. An ex-girlfriend shows up. There's an argument that goes on, whatever. So let's say that we're going to create a scene from that chapter. The first thing you'll notice is there are two toolbars. The first one has scenes, characters, etc. And the second toolbar is different variations of the first toolbar. So currently I'm in the scenes toolbar, and there's different themes. There's town, home, school, athletics, whatever. So in the town, I'm going to pick a store or a restaurant, and this one looks like a nice little restaurant front. I'm going to click and drag it to the cell I'd like to place it in, and then release the click. And there it is in the cell. You can rotate it by clicking these buttons here, flip it upside down, or you can flip it left and right. You can also change everything. You can customize the color of the chairs, customize the color of the awnings, the wall, whatever you'd like. Great, my scene looks awesome. Now I need to add some characters. So in the first toolbar, I'll click Characters. And again, you will see that there are different themes here. You can choose from adult characters, teens, etc. So my book is involving 14, 15-year-olds, so I'm going to choose teens. And there's a guy in the story, so I'll click and drag the guy down here. And then there's also a girl in the story, so I'll click this one and drag her down here. When you first place characters in the scenes, they're pretty basic. You can change everything about them, including their hair color from white to black. If you'd want to, you can make it green. Cool. Skin color, you can do the same thing with white, pink, orange, gray, whatever color skin you'd like. That's awesome. She looks beautiful. Here's this guy. I'm going to do the same thing. Let's make his hair red and his skin pink. All right, cool. So what if you want them to talk to each other? Simple. You just edit their pose, and you can change the way that they're standing. You can change the expression on their face from happy to sad. You can tilt their head to the side. You can, make the arm stick out like, oh, why did you leave me? It's funny. So the kids are going to love this. They're going to be able to create and customize everything. Now, okay, so I got a good scene. Well, what if I want to type some stuff to it? At the bottom, you can see there's a storyboard layout, add cells, and different things. Right now, there's only 3 cells. You can add up to 6 cells with a free account. For me, I'm just going to change the storyboard layout by clicking the button Storyboard Layout, and I'm going to add a title, a cell, and a description to each of the cells that I have. So I clicked that button, and you can see now that there's a text box at the top of each cell that says click to edit title. I like to have my students title each scene with like a pretty generic statement. For example, en el restaurante. All right, so en el restaurante, los chicos están hablando y la chica está muy feliz, pero el chico está muy triste. So in the restaurant, the 2 people are talking. The girl's very happy, the guy's very sad. And you can type all that down here, and it's going to look really cool. In the end, students can screenshot their storyboards. They can save it, share it with you, put it on a Google Doc, all kinds of cool stuff. I really love this tool, and I hope you guys like it too.